Welcome to Talkpoint, your trusted source for verified, balanced, and fact-based news from across the United States and around the world. Former President Donald Trump held a brief but newsworthy press gaggle abroad Air Force One this week, taking questions from reporters while traveling to a campaign event. The unscripted exchange offered new insight into his campaign strategy, foreign policy views, and response to ongoing legal and political challenges as he continues his push toward the 2026 midterm elections. During the informal conversation, Trump outlined key elements of his campaign platform, focusing heavily on economic growth, energy independence, and border security. He said his plan centers on what he called strong leadership at home and peace through strength abroad, emphasizing a return to what he described as stability and national confidence. Speaking about foreign policy, Trump addressed the growing tensions in the Middle East and Eastern Europe. He argued that the United States should prioritize deterrence and diplomacy over what he referred to as open-ended involvement. He criticized current US foreign policy, saying that national resources must be directed fast toward American citizens while still supporting global security. On domestic issues, Trump reiterated his call for revitalizing US manufacturing and protecting American jobs. He mentioned proposals for renewed tax incentives to boost domestic production, particularly in energy and automotive industries, and tougher trade measures aimed at reducing reliance on imports from China. When asked about his current polling numbers, Trump expressed confidence, saying that public support remains strong among Republican voters and independents. He criticized media coverage of recent polls, claiming that the press often misrepresents momentum in order to shape narratives rather than reflect them. Trump added that his campaign's internal numbers show solid growth in key states where he's recently held rallies. Reporters also asked Trump about ongoing legal proceedings and court cases. He avoided detailed discussion, dismissing the topic as political noise and saying he was focused on what he described as the country's future, not distractions. Analysts note that this aligns with his recent strategy, addressing controversy briefly while pivoting toward campaign messaging on the ceremony, economy, and governments. According to Reuters and Politico, Trump's decision to hold a press gaggle about Air Force One was strategic. It allowed him to speak directly to reporters without the structure of a formal press conference while projecting the image of a confident campaign in motion. Bloomberg's political desk described the setting as symbolic, emphasizing how Trump continues to use travel moments to reinforce leadership optics and control the media narrative. The conversation also touched on global energy markets, with Trump calling for expanded oil and gas production in the United States. He argued that boosting domestic output could lower inflation and strengthen national security. Economists note that while energy independence remains a major voter concern, achieving it would depend on complex market and environmental factors. As Trump continues his campaign tour across Iowa, Michigan, Florida, analysts say that his approach combines aggressive media engagement with a traditionally rally event. His use of quick, informal press exchanges reflects a broader trend, staying visible in the news cycle without relying on lengthy interviews or debates. Political observers from The Hill and AP News suggest that this Air Force One gaggle illustrates Trump's ongoing influence over American political coverage. Even years after leaving office, his ability to dominate the deadlines remains unmatched, ensuring that both supporters and critics continue to respond to his every appearance and statement. In summary, Trump's latest interaction with the press reinforces his campaign's dual strategy: direct communicate and contrast visibility. His comments about Air Force One served as both a policy preview and a reminder that he continues to shape political conversation in the United States, and a role few formal precedents have been maintained. This is Talkpoint, bringing you verified, fact-based coverage of US politics, global policy, and the stories shaping our shared reality. Stay informed, stay engaged, and subscribe for more reliable updates from Talkpoint.